Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Today I'm going to show you how to take the ring band here that I use in most of my rings and turn it into an ankle bracelet or a bracelet. If you're going to make an ankle bracelet, you're going to want to use 11-aught seed beads. And you can use 11-aught seed beads for a bracelet, and you can also use 8-aught seed beads for a bracelet. I actually prefer the 8-aught. I think it's just a tad bit bigger than the 11s, and it's probably going to look a lot nicer. This here is done with 6-aught seed beads. So you can do it with 3 different sizes: 11s, 8s, and 6s. And again, you want to do your ankle bracelet with 11s. If you decide to do the 11-aught seed beads, you will have to use Fireline 6-pound test. You can use crystal or you can use the original, which is smoke black. Because of knotting in this with the tiny seed beads, you'll have to use the thread because you won't be able to hide your knots, and you need this to be really flexible. See how it's like fabric, can bunch it up? But if you don't want to use this, you can also use fishing line, but you'll have to use 8-aught seed beads. So I recommend that if you use 8-aught seed beads to do an 8-pound test fishing line. If you want to do a 10-pound test, I recommend that you use 6-aught seed beads for that, because the holes are so large and you can tie your knots easily and you can hide them on your sides. So that's one tip for making this bracelet or ankle bracelet. Here are the exact materials that you're going to need. Because you're using Fireline for the 11-aught seed beads, you'll need to use 2 needles because the Fireline is not stiff enough to do it like we do with a monofilament. This is stiffer, so y'all know I don't use needles because that's so stiff. But you will need needles for the 6-aught seed beads. So you'll need a clasp. I use a lobster claw clasp and 2 jump rings. I already have the 1 jump ring attached there. And if you're want to use 11-aught seed beads, you're going to need 11-aught seed beads. Or if you want to use 6-aught, you'll need 6-aught. And if you want to do 8, you'll need 8. If you want to do a bracelet, you will need 5 feet of fishing line. And I think that goes for the 6-aught and the 6-aught and the 8-aught also. If you want to do an ankle bracelet, you will need 6 feet of Fireline to make an ankle bracelet. So let's get started. Okay, so this is going to be kind of simple to make. First thing we're going to do is make this loop here that you see with the brown seed beads, and we're going to do a ladder weave going as long as we need our bracelet or anklet to be. Bracelets are usually 7.5 to 8 inches, sometimes 9. Ankle bracelets are 9 inches for like teenagers or maybe young children, 10 inches, and also 11 inches. And you can adjust them by 1/2 inch to make them fit tighter or looser as you want. I'll do the ladder weave. I'll show you how to do the ladder weave first, and then you can measure that. And when you measure it, you want to stretch it out because it will bunch. Stretch it out and put it on your ruler to see how long it is. And if you want a 7.5 inch bracelet, you will need it to be 6.5 inches long, because when you add your clasp, which is about 1 inch, it will make 7.5. And if you want a 7-inch bracelet, you will need your ladder stitch to be 7 inches, and then when you add your clasp, it'll be 8 inches. So you will have to stretch it out and lay it down, because if you just lay it down, it'll be all bunchy until we put the seed beads in between our ladder weave. Alright, so I'm going to start with one color and put another color on the side. I got my fishing line here. I'm just going to do a sample. I'm not going to show the entire bracelet because it's pretty much a continuous thing. I'm going to pick up 6 seed beads. Okay, I got 6. Slide them down, and then I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads and cross through that. Put the ends together and bring it down. Now we have, this is going to be our bail for our clasp. So keep going on, picking up 2 seed beads on each string and crossing through 2 more. Just like this. It's pretty easy. And again, if you're using Fireline, you will have to use needles. And if you are using needles, you'll have to put 2 seed beads on each side, pick up the 2 seed beads that you're going to crisscross through, slide them down your needle, so pretend this is our needle, and here we are in our thread, and then you're going to take your needle and go through these 2 here, if you're using Fireline. The 6/0 and the 8/0 work up much faster than the 11s. 11s take a long time. So again, just keep doing this. 2 seed beads on each string, and then cross through 2 more. Just like this. I'll do it one more time. And then you'll just keep going until you get to the size bracelet or anklet that you need. I'm going to have all the info that you need for the bracelet and the anklet in the info box below. So if you want to know the measurements and stuff again, it'll be down there. Alright? So keep doing this. And it should look like this. Alright, so keep going until you get to your bracelet or anklet. And see how it's bunching up like I said it would. Pull your strings tight and measure it. Pull it taut so they look like squares, just like that. And I know mine's not long enough, but I'm just doing this little short sample just to show y'all how to do it. And measure it to get whatever length you want. If you don't know what length bracelet you wear, just take a bracelet that you wear a lot of, like this one I wear all the time, and measure it to see how long it is, and just make the same length. Alright, so once you're exiting out of the 2 seed beads like that, I'm going to take both of my strings, but I'm going to do one at a time, and go through these 2 seed beads right here on the side. Take my other string and go through these 2. We're repositioning our string so we can add seed beads in between. Pull it to tighten it up. This might loosen up again, but it's alright because if we just pull this, it'll tighten up again. Now we're going to take and add our seed beads in these gaps here. I'm just going to take and pick up 1 seed bead, go through these 2, pull it out, and see how it's loosening up again? It's because our beads are so silky. And so is our fishing line. I'm exiting out of this one. I'm going to pick up another, go through 2 more, pick up another, go through 2 more, pick up another, go through 2 more, and you want to do like 2 inches on one side doing this, like that, and then swap and go to the other side, because if you don't, it won't be as straight. The finished bracelet or anklet won't be as straight. So do the same thing to this side. Pick up 1, go through 2, pick up 1, go through 2, pick up 1, go through 2. Keep going until your strings are exiting out of these 2 seed beads here and these 2 here. Okay, so you should be exiting out of those 2 seed beads on each side, and I'm going to knot off my ankle bracelet since that's just a sample. Let me show you how to do it. I'm going to take my needle and, or monofilament, I'm going to go through these 2 seed beads here, the 2 brown, and then through these 2 brown here, and then I'll tie a knot right here in front of the green, and then I'll go through the green. So, through these 2, and then through these 2, and then I'm going to tie a knot, and I'm going to go through, get that string on my way, I'm going to go through this loop right here, the bail part, and I'm going to go through my string loop once or twice. I do twice, I think it's better, and it tightened up on me a bit. I'm going to go through right here between the brown one and the green one. I'm going to tie my knot right here. Pull it tight. And then I'm going to take my string through the green one. And then through these 2 brown. And tie another knot here. But I'm going to show you how to do the other side, the other string. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to go through these 2. I'm going in the opposite direction. Then I'm going to go through these 2 brown on the side, not the green. Take and go through your loop, your beaded loop, and then go through your thread loop twice. And we need our knot to land in a certain spot, so make sure that you don't pull it until you get your loop to go that way. Mine's stuck. Okay, there we go. Right there. We want it to land right there, right beside the green bead. Pull it down. And now I'm going to go through this green one and the 2 browns and next it out right there before the blue. Now you're going to want to use up as much thread as you can. Do as many knots as you think. I usually do like 3 or 4 between these here, and then I'll run all my extra thread through all of these seed beads on the sides, and doing that is just making your ankle bracelet more durable, or your bracelet. If you use Fireline, like I said, it is very strong and durable. I love Fireline. It's amazing how strong it is. Now, I'm going to show you real quick how to put your clasp on, because some people don't know this. Take a jump ring. Mine's already open. You open it by going like this and twisting it. Pick up your clasp. I'm using a lobster claw clasp. And go through your loop here on your bracelet, ankle bracelet, and close it by twisting it shut like that. And I hope you just saw that. And that is how you make this ankle bracelet. A bracelet. It's really very simple. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I was asked to do a video for this. It's not hard to start. It's pretty easy. And I hope you like this. I do recommend, if you want a bracelet, to do the 8/C beads. And 11 for the anklet. So, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm gonna see what I can think up next.